So students, now in this lecture I will be discussing, I will be solving numerical number 2 on doubly reinforced beam design. So what does the numerical say? The numerical says that the total compressive force. Now whenever you read the numerical, your practice should be such that whenever you read the numerical, whatever it is asking, your mind should go to the formula, right? Directly it should go to the formula or the derivation of the formula. You will get the answer easy, right? So the total compressive force for the below doubly reinforced beam, this beam is given, is in kilonewton. You have to calculate, corrected up to 2 decimal places. So let's see what the beam is. So this is the beam. The width is given to you as 250 mm. The effective depth is given to you as 350 mm. Fe 250 is given to you. 2 bars are there in compression zone of 16 mm diameter. M20 grade of concrete is given to you. Here also you have Fe 250. The mild steel is given. 4 bars are there of 16 mm diameter, right? So it is a very straightforward question. So the you can say why I chose this question, because I want to make you understand that how to calculate the total compressive force. Because if you go to the previous gate also, the gate has not focused so much on the doubly reinforced section. Even if you take any reference book, then in any reference book you will get very little about the doubly reinforced sections, right? So it is very hard to to get some numericals for doubly reinforced section. But why I have chosen this numerical, because it will further strengthen your concepts about the total compressive force. Clear? Now I have given you the formula that the total compressive force is given by 0.36 FCK XU into B. This is for C1. How it came, I am not going in detail. I have already told you, right? Plus FSC, force of the stress in the compression steel into area of the compression steel, minus 0.446 FCK into area of compression steel. Now let us see what we have, what we don't have. 0.36 constant, FCK 20 we have, XU. Now if in question XU is not given to you, what I told you, you have to assume it to be a balanced section, and you have to assume that XU is equals to 0.53D for Fe2 for 250. So you can, I'm writing here. So XU will be equal to 0.53D for Fe 250. So it will be equal to, okay, so let me calculate it also. So 0.53 into D, the factor of 350, it comes out to be 185.5 mm. So I'm writing it also 185.5 mm. 185.50 mm. This is one is XU, number one. Now B is given to me 250. FSC. Now I told you in previous numerical, FSC depends upon the grade of steel only if it is a mild steel, and it depends upon the grade of steel as well as the D dash per D ratio if it is HYSD. Now it is not HYSD, it is mild steel, so FSC will depend directly on the value of you can say the grade of steel. Now if the value of the compression or the stress of compressive steel is not given to you, what you have to assume? You have to assume it to be up to the yield stress. So how much will be the yield stress? Fy. But we are solving it by the limit state method. We have to divide it with the partial factor of safety of 1.15. It will be 0.87 Fy. Simple, right? So if it is given, well and good. If it is not given, take it as 0.87 Fy, right? So FSC will be equal to 0.87 Fy. 0.87 Fy is 250. So let me calculate it. 0.87 into 250, it comes out to be 0.87 into 250, it comes out to be 217.5 Newton per mm square. 217.50 Newton per mm square. Simple. Now ASC, area of steel in compression zone. So we have two parts, right? So area of steel in compression zone will be equal to 2 into the area of one reinforcement, pi by 4 D square. Pi by 4, how much is D? 16. 16 square, right? So it will be equal to, let me calculate it. So it will be equal to 3.14 into 16 square divided by 2, because it will get divided by 2, it will come out to be 401.92. I hope everybody is getting the same answer. 401.92 mm square, right? So it will be equal to 401.92. 401.92 mm square, right? Was it 401 or 410? Let me check it again. I should not write. Yeah, 401.92, right? 401.92 mm square, right? So 0.446 FCK is 20, that is given. ASC we already know. Now just put the formula, you will get the answer. So answer will be equal to, C will be equal to 0.36, FCK is 20, and you have to divide it by 1000 also. Why? Because we have to get the answer in kilonewton, right? Into 20 into 250 plus bracket we have FSC, which is equals to 217.50 into area of steel compression 401.92 into 401.92 minus 0.446 FCK is 20 and area of steel the same 401.92. Now it is just mathematics. Let me calculate it also how much it is coming, right? So it will be equal to, first of all let me calculate this complicated one, that is 217.50 into 401.92, this is this much, minus we have 0.446 into 20 into 401.92, this comes out to be this much, 83832.4736. I have to add this, so plus 0.36 into 20 into 250, so it comes out to be 85632.4736 Newton. I hope everybody is getting the same answer, but we have to get the answers in kilonewton, so I will divide it by 1000, so I will be getting 85.6324 kilonewton, 85.6324. So let me write it here, 85.6324 kilonewton. I hope everybody is getting the same answer. Clear? So up to 2 decimal places it will be equal to 85.63. So the answer will be 85.63. Simple. So I hope that you have understood the concept of how to determine the total compression in the total compressive force in the compression reinforcement in the beam, in a doubly reinforced beam, right? So I hope that you have understood this numerical. Now one more important thing, in the subsequent lectures I will be telling you about the flanged beams, right? Flanged beams I will be explaining in detail the derivation of flanged beam. We will be solving some numerical also, but at the end of the flanged beams I will also be telling you about some very important IS recommendations about the beam, about the deflection in the beam, right? How much deflection it should not cross, right? About the shear in the beam, maximum shear, how much can be there in the beam, right? So I will be telling you a lot about the IS recommendations in the lecture of the flanged beams, right? So next lecture is very important. I hope you have understood this. Now let's move forward and study about flanged beams and some IS recommendations of singly reinforced beam, doubly reinforced beam, as well as the flanged beams. So I hope you have understood this thing, right? Thank you.